10 surprising facts about Steve Jobs that will change how you see him. Steve Jobs, the visionary genius behind Apple, a man whose name is synonymous with innovation and design. You know his iconic black turtlenecks, the iPhone, the iPad, and Apple itself. But today, we're diving deeper. What if I told you there are sides to Steve Jobs that you've never heard about? Unseen truths that will radically change how you view him as a leader, a creator, and a human being. Buckle up. Here are 10 surprising facts about Steve Jobs that you won't believe. Number 1. He was adopted shortly after birth. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco. But did you know he wasn't raised by his biological parents? His unmarried biological parents, Joanne Stiebel and Syrian immigrant Abdel Fattah Jandali, were graduate students who gave him up for adoption. Jobs once said this about his adoption: "Knowing I was adopted may have made me feel more independent, but I've never felt abandoned. I've always felt special." His adoptive parents promised to give him a future filled with opportunity, a promise Jobs eventually fulfilled beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Imagine, if life had gone just slightly differently, there might not have been an Apple at all. Number 2. He was half Syrian. Here's an even lesser-known twist. Steve Jobs' biological father, Abdel Fattah Jandali, was a Syrian political science professor. While Jobs never pursued a relationship with Jandali, this heritage adds an unexpected layer to his identity. In a world where innovation knows no borders, this shows just how global our heroes truly are. Number 3. He dropped out of college, but not entirely. Jobs dropped out of Reed College after just 6 months, citing financial strain on his adoptive parents and his disdain for required courses. But he didn't leave completely. He dropped in on classes that genuinely interested him, like calligraphy. That single calligraphy class influenced the development of Apple's groundbreaking focus on fonts and design. When you type in a beautiful font on your Mac, remember, it all started in a random Portland classroom. Number 4. He worked at Atari before founding Apple. Before Apple, Jobs worked at Atari, a company known for its arcade games. He was hired as a technician but got Wozniak to help him redesign the game Breakout. The crazy part: Jobs skimmed money off the top when splitting the payment with Wozniak. It caused tension between them, but let's be real, would we even have Apple if they hadn't patched things up? Number 5. He was fired from Apple in 1985. Imagine this. The co-founder of a company gets ousted by the very board of directors he helped assemble. That's exactly what happened to Jobs in 1985, when a power struggle with then CEO John Sculley ended with Jobs being fired from Apple. But instead of giving up, Jobs launched Next, a new computer company that didn't thrive, until Apple bought it years later, and it paved the way for his return in 1997. Number 6. He bought Pixar for $10 million. Steve Jobs didn't just change the tech world. He changed the way we watch movies. In 1986, he bought a little studio called Pixar for $10 million. Under his leadership, Pixar created some of the most beloved animated films of all time. When Disney purchased Pixar in 2006, Jobs became Disney's largest individual shareholder. From iPhones to Buzz Lightyear, his genius knew no bounds. Number 7. He didn't believe in showers. Here's a weird one. Jobs believed his vegan diet eliminated the need to shower. Unsurprisingly, his co-workers at Atari found this challenging. It's proof that even the most brilliant minds can have quirks that leave us scratching our heads. Number 8. He was a Zen Buddhist. Zen played a huge role in Jobs' life and philosophy. He spent time in India, practicing mindfulness and simplicity, ideals that deeply influenced Apple's minimalist design. It wasn't just about tech for Steve. It was about harmony and creating products that were both functional and beautiful. Number 9. He denied his first daughter. It wasn't all perfection, though. Jobs infamously denied paternity of his first daughter, Lisa, for years, even though Apple's Lisa computer was named after her. Years later, they reconciled, and Lisa became part of Jobs' family. It's a sobering reminder that even icons like Steve Jobs grappled with personal struggles. Number 10. He took a $1 salary at Apple. When Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, he made a bold statement, taking a salary of just $1 per year. The rest of his compensation came through stock options. This wasn't about money, it was about rebuilding a company he believed in. And with Apple's historic turnaround, it's safe to say he succeeded. Steve Jobs was a man of contradictions, an innovator, a perfectionist, and, at times, a flawed human being. But through it all, he changed how we interact with technology and proved that thinking differently can truly change the world. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible stories about the world's most fascinating people.